Okay.
Hello, everyone. Good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. And this is Scientist Kennedy Omojefe Orezime from the Smart Summit 2022. And with us today, we have one of the strongest women and a very powerful presenter. We have Sadiya Murtala. She's going to be taking us today on finding your why. So, what to you, Ma? Good to have you with us today.
Hi, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever that we're joining. I'm really excited to be speaking on the topic that I'm ever passionate about. I remember telling Kennedy that, hey, I'm so passionate. I really like this topic. And so it's as I said, it's going to be quite short, but it's also promising that everybody who listen to this I'm also hoping that would be able to find our why and will improve our why and will take action. And I am really going to take the angle of storytelling. I want to use my life so we could all somehow, I'm hoping we could see our life in my life as I share my own story. I know some persons might be thinking, why do we have this woman here? With all humility, please. Our life journey, let me use the word, our life journey has been something to thank God about, something to really always look back to. And then so, oh yes, just to see how far we've come, how far we're going, and how far we'll also go. Just very, I think last 2 months, globally, I was recognized as among the 100 most influential young people, please with all humility. And when I look back to that, I'm like, how did this happen? I just want everybody on this call to just hold on to that I said, that somebody who has been recognized by some person that, hey, she's influential, maybe she has something to say about her life journey. And I'm saying this with all respect, with all calmness and no pride in it, but I own that award so much. Now, how did I find my why? I want to quickly say that not everybody is lucky to find their why. No, not everybody. Some persons are lucky. Maybe you have a parent who guided you to find your why. And sometimes even when you have those parents, it's not as if they lead you to really finding your why. Your why is just for you. And finding your why, as I said, I'm really going to look into my own life story to tell you that while I was finding my why, I was putting so much of energy to say, oh, I want to know what I want to do in the next 3 years, next 5 years, next 10 years, what I want to become, the position I want to hold, the places and all of that, and the lives that I really want to impact. And then I started from working in a salon. From a salon, I transited to doing community work. From community work, I went into technology. From technology, I am back to community work. And right now I'm working with communities, I'm visiting communities and all of that. What am I trying to tell you with this, my own life, is to say that we don't get to see what our life will become. We don't get to see the full picture of it. But then what we get to do is 2 things. One is not giving up, keep knocking. That means we need to always keep going. We always need to continue, keep going. That's one thing, really. When I say keep going, is we're not just staying in one place to say, oh, I don't know what I want to do, and because of that, I'm really not going to take any action. Because it's when you keep taking action, when you keep trying, now you begin to experiment, if you allow me, if you pardon me to use that word, to see, oh, this is what I feel. It feels naturally. It feels very natural when I do these things. I'm really happy when I do these things. That means when you just keep going, you keep going, right? But when you stop and say, oh no, I don't know what I want to do, but I want to stop, then you would it's going to be a disservice to yourself. You will not be able, you'll be unable to figure out what you're supposed to do. So keep going is one for me. I keep trying different things. I am here today, I am there tomorrow. There are a number of things that I've done that I really cannot remember those things. When I was in the salon, I did so much of work around salon. And secondly is, whatever that your hands find, do it well. Don't say, I don't like this work, I am not happy in this space, then I will not do it well. No. Because when you finally find what you are supposed to do, you will not be excellent in that area. Let excellence be your mantra. That means whatever that you're doing right now, it could be that, oh, where you're working, maybe you're an assistant, the office assistant, but you really don't like the occupation. And because of that, you do the work anyhow. That will not allow you to find your why. And if you're lucky to find your why in the midst of everything, I can assure you that you'll not be excellent when you find your why. You know what really empowers when you find your why is not really finding your why, it's when you become excellent in your why. We know that, oh, I can really deliver in my why. So this is what I really want to share with everybody is, and another thing I also want us to know also is, in finding your why, please build relationship with people, genuine relationship. Network with people, genuine networking. Because at times, you might not be the one to find your why. People would find your why for you. And that is also fine. That is okay, right? So, but then the idea is, who are you now building networking with? Who are you networking with? If you network with the wrong people, there's a likelihood that they are going to find the wrong why for you. So you want to be sure that you're networking with the right people. There are people who, because of the way they live, you could find your why in their lives. Yes, it's just like that. Be sure to network with the right people. And some persons might be saying, oh, I might not have access to be very physically close with this person for me to find my why from there. That's not true. There's social media. Let me tell you one secret. One secret. It's about me, kind of. In finding my why, because I know that I really like to do humanitarian work. I like to be in service. I like to positively improve the life of people, of which I think that is I'm servant leader. That is what I really want to do. And then I have not really carved out how that should really look like. I start to follow Oprah Winfrey, as well as Michelle Obama. Those two women. I literally listen to Michelle Obama, I think every day. Every day I listen to a podcast. I listen to it like literally every day. Of course, I cannot meet these people face to face, but I watch their videos. I sort of read what they write. And with them, I'm beginning to understand, oh, Sadiya, when I listen to Michelle Obama, I also understand that I also want to be a public speaker, an orator. And just listening to her, seeing how she do all these things, it inspired me and I understand, oh, this is part of my why. Now, to quickly wrap everything up, if you want to really find your why, there are thousands of books to read about find your why, the thousands of videos. You would see people who you really like their life. You say, oh, I'm still trying to figure out what my why is, what I should do, what I shouldn't do. I'm just going to tell you that, yes, people can help you find your why. Situations can lead you to your why. But you got to own that why. It is your responsibility to own that why. It is your life to start with. Of course, we are connected, we are involved, but hey man, hey woman, it is your life to begin with. And finding your why, as I said, is whatever that you don't stop, just keep moving. Don't stop, just keep moving. Just keep doing do this. Don't just stop. Keep knocking at the door. Don't stop. And anything that your hands find, do it well. This is just two things that I just gave. But if you would dig through this, it is really deep, but there are two. Because as I see through my life, I was doing it, like I literally was here. I was doing everything I was doing. In the midst of doing everything, I found that, technology really was not when I was in the tech space, of course, I'm still in the tech space because I want to believe that. I see that I'm always trying to prove a point, right? I'm always putting more effort, more effort, more effort. But when I also got to the community, when I got to the community work, it's natural for me. It's so natural. I love it, right? And at the moment also, I'm a state facilitator for Global Institute of Project Management, headquartered in Colombo. Do you understand? And when I teach, I'm teaching people who are over 50 years old, people who are experts in different sectors. They are, do you get it? But I understand that I love to talk. I love to teach. I understand that I am a facilitator. Give me any subject, I'm going to teach and people would understand by the grace of God. Very important, right? So what I'm telling you, if I had stopped and say, oh, I don't like to be in the salon, I would not know that salon, sometimes in life, to find where you need to be is when you are in where you're not supposed to be. Right? Somebody, Oprah once said that, she said something I could not remember, but from life experience, I'll say just being where you don't want to be, give you a sense of where you want to be. So don't say you are in this position that you don't like and you stop. No, just continue. You continue, just and make sure what you're doing it well. When it's time to leave there, you would naturally leave there. That's what has worked for me. I tried different sectors. I remember when one of my lecturers told me that, I think he said this, that, like you don't, I think my boss, one of my bosses said, you don't have a direction. Today you are here, tomorrow you are there. It was because I was literally finding my why. I don't know what my why is. And even till this moment, Kennedy, I still have doubts. Doubts don't go away. We just become better in managing them. There are times that I say, oh, Sadiya, are you sure you want to do this all through your life? And when I started, before this year, I thought what I was going to do was youth development. At this moment, what I want to do is I want to work on education. What does this tell us? The why changes, but what does not change is you owning that why. So I hope I've not spoken too much, and I hope what I've shared, it will actually impact our life, but this is me. And today I'm speaking about, Kennedy have me on the platform to speak about finding your why. Call me last 5 years, I don't know what my why is, but I'm able to know my why because I was there. And anything that my hands touch, I try to do it well. There's blessing in it. Maybe I'm going to end with saying this, that be a man or be a woman, that when you are called to sweep, even the angels in heaven will say that there once lived a man or a woman who swept well. Are we good? It's not as if I myself have gotten there, but every day in my life, it's a process. I always try to do it. I always try to give my best. I always try. Kennedy, thank you so much for having me. It's a short session, I know, but I hope we could take one or two things that will impact our life.
Thank you very much. I really like the part when you have to, and so we have to focus on excellence, because it's very important that actually we'll be excellent in doing whatever we want to do, and make sure that we actually connect. And you finally ended with saying that whatever your hands find to do, be that person that if you sweep the road, everybody will be asking, who is that person that actually swept this road so well? And it's very important that young people actually understand that, which you have actually told us, that it's a journey, so that you can continue to move towards, like, experiment, right? Especially for young people going on, experiment, try and see things where you are not comfortable. Like what you said, it says they find where you are not comfortable inside. Like sometimes to find your why, you need to experience where you don't want to be. That means you need to actually experience it, because sometimes you may think you want to do something until you get there, then realize that maybe you don't really, this is not really how you pictured what you want to do. So I really appreciate those points and those contributions. I know that after they have this and they'll be watching videos. So is there any way viewers can connect with you, maybe ask you question or chat when they have any question?
Yes, please do well to share all of my social media handles. They can reach out to me directly, and then of course I would respond as much as I can to their questions. And you can share the questions with me on any platform, and you can share all of my handles with them, please.
All right. Thank you very much for this lovely quality time. And I know you're a very busy person. So let's go ahead and go back to imparting our words and making sure we change and actually living our why. I want to ask like a question before we go. Like, is it possible for someone to have more than one why?
Yes, we can have more than one why. We can have more than one purpose. Yes, we can have more than one, please.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for this lovely session. I really do appreciate the time.
Okay, just to add is have as many whys as possible, but make sure that you own them, because there are people who would come to your life and they would threaten those different whys that you have. But when you own them, you feel okay, you feel safe with them, you feel like you feel so okay with them. Whatever they say is not really going to affect you because you've owned them. So I'm saying have so many whys, but hey, make sure you own them so much.
Thank you very much. All right, there. Do have a lovely day and do have a lovely evening, and keep being of impact and keep imparting our youths. Thank you very much for this lovely session.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye.